Good evening, Sierra Leone. Good evening, Kono District. Good evening also to all the Salon Pikin and waiting at the diaspora, who now they back home na Sierra Leone. And any side you find yourself at the globe, this is David Bongo, the Canto from Kono News Network. And I want to welcome everybody tonight. I want to tell you all thank you. As we're inside Lent season, we're inside the Muslim fast month, where God make them two coincide this year. Make it be a big blessing to we all. I want to also encourage the one that will not subscribe to this channel yet. Do you wanna do so? Make we dey converse, let we dey talk. Wanna provide una your suggestions, comments, and any other thing within our mind for make I go dey put them na this program here so. Also, I want to tell Boku thank you to the one that will already subscribe na this channel. I dey with una and una self I know say una dey with me. Una continue for provide una comments them, una advice, anything una feel say I for add to this channel we for make a go before. This channel, like every other salon people and bloggers channel, it is for everybody, and not just for Kono District. It is for the entire Sierra Leoneans and abroad. And the one that's successful not to Sierra Leoneans, where certain messages and they all the same way. Basically, now for let the international world make them hear to the talk. The good things that they happen in our country, the bad things that they happen in our country, what we for do for make a change. Now that we dey for. I believe say na that Boku salon bloggers and self dey for. So again, I want to congratulate and tell thank you to executives of Kono organizations where they always try for put things then together for let we country go before, for let we district go before, for let we people their life become very much improved. Whatever we dey say as pressure group or as social activists or as advocacy groups, the underlying factor is this. Nobody know they talk with vengeance. Nobody know they talk out of malice. We all they talk with one goal, one objective, the development of Kono District, and now we for foster unity amongst we all. Also the development of Sierra Leone and how for bring peace in the entire country. Because without peace, development no dey. And also, what's important very much, we the leaders them, within our positions of authority right now, how much time would they spend for listening to the people that way would they on top them as leaders? We're not better past them. We just God don't just appoint we for let we sit on them position there so for let we guide the actions of the communities they already serve, let we guide the actions of the people they already serve. So how much time we get for listening to them? How much communication the flow between the leaders and the people the way the leaders and they rule. Now then questions then they we want for ask. If people then doubt, they ask questions, and not mean say na challenge and they challenge authorities. If people then doubt, they send messages to social media, and not mean say na challenge and they challenge authorities. So we dey appeal to every authority, all stakeholders in Sierra Leone, that una become very tolerant, una become very receptive, and una understand say nobody know the way one Sierra Leone in destroy one. Everybody wey dey make small suggestions make sense. If we understand, then one wey don get opportunity for read Desiderata in message. A talk say, even the one dey wey no dey talk, na message dem dey send out. The one dey wey keep quiet, na message dem dey send out. It depend whether dem silence a positive or dem silence a negative. Also, the one dey wey dey talk, wey dey open out and then bring dem opinion dem, whether it makes sense or not, it good for listening to everybody within the society because everybody gets in own specific problem where they affect them. So when they speak to we as leaders, let we get that time there for listening to people then. So now some of them here so I want to discuss this evening and specifically waiting they go on a Kono district. We want to appeal to the authorities then from the SDO where na the head of the district and come down to the Paramount chiefdom, where they work with the SDO, come down to the mayor, the district council chairman, come down to with parliamentarians, the politicians, and every other civil servant where they play a role in the development of Connaught District and by extension in the development of Sierra Leone. This message is for now all. I want to focus my conversation tonight about moving Connaught forward. Wetin are the strategies then we will for employ for let we move Connaught go forward. The ground wey God don provide and give Connaught District, enrich am with a resource or more than one resource. We get diamond, we get gold. We all know that from time immemorial, Connaught don dey produce a lot of diamonds, Connaught don dey produce a lot of gold. And according to wetin we all know, wetin dey under the ground according to the government, na the government get am. On top the ground, wey na the surface, na the Connaught people dem get am. Which is which is also another thing to talk about. And this na the time wey we for sit down remember say whatever decisions dem wey government bin don take in the colonial past, e no mean say dem still correct. Whatever policies wey dem bin don write in the colonial past, e no mean say dem still correct. There could be good ones, but majority of them colonial policies, we need for review them, we need for change them, because they're not in the interest of the people. And when we look at that, we find out say the colonial masters dem bin make them rules them where they benefit them. Una excuse me for the telephone calls that they come in. This now something where they show say the colonial masters have been do something where they make the policies then our country benefit them more than we. So now that we want to look at. Before I start anything, I will play this music for let we all listen. So sakanache aniche mogbete tetina mowe mukono dinena mowe be bako mowe be no mowa sakanache neche moma. This message make it reach to we all. We were there na the diaspora and una we the back home na Sierra Leone. Let we understand say the only way unity go can our country now where we understand each other. Let we establish continuous dialogue. Let we establish respect for each other. Every opinion a matter. And what in this music they say, God be don't give land to Connaught District. And inside that land is something under the land. We not get control over that. But we know say the country they benefit out of it. How much the people them, the communities in the Connaught District, they benefit from that. This message they go to everybody from SDO, to Paramount chief, to town chief, to mayor, to anybody when a decision making person, all stakeholders in Connaught District. Let we look at the policies then. Let we learn for review them policies then. Otherwise, we always get for continue for complaint and make sure say we country the benefit, but the person or the country, the district where they produce the diamond and resources, not the benefit. That's not the big historical injustice where President Bio been talk about. but we don't see any action where the government don't take for reverse the historical injustice. Instead, we be done year, but we not see the implementation. Promises that they come, we not see fulfillment of them promises that they. So we continue for send a message to the president for say historical injustice don't affect Kono adversely. Environmental degradation, they people then they left na water during rainy season inside them mining pit where they not rehabilitate. So we beg the government for let a rethink again, and as President Bio your term of office they can finish, make a legacy in Kono district. The roadway we don't promise for go across Kono to Guinea, we wait for that. The university self where you promise we wait for that. We go be very proud as your legacy where you go left inside Kono district. And again, coming back to the topic, let we understand how to connect and collaborate for let we work together inside Kono district and inside Sierra Leone. Now that the music they say, now God create the world and we were inside the world, we for continue for praise Him. I dedicate this to all we Paramount chief them, specifically because they're then are the custodian of a land. So let this message go to una all. So I tell una thank you for una listen to this message. I come to the presentation now when at the topic of this particular broadcast, we get for do with productive collaboration and dialogue for development in Kono district. Now that's not the title of my presentation. And on that day, I talk say valuing all shades of ideas. Everybody in the community, your voice matter, your voice important, your personality, and all matter. Some people then get a very high personality, some get low personality. We get people the way they filled up every strata in society. But that not mean say the humanity is not dignified. Every human being where they under the sun and personality very important, irrespective of in social status. So in that light, I dey appeal to the authorities them, politicians, traditional rulers. If una people then they talk to una, please una listen to them. If them bring complaints, una listen to them. The people that most of the time where they sit down around una, not they talk exactly wetin they go wrong, na the deep down at the communities. Wetin dem dey tell una most of the time na the things wey una go want for hearing, and dem no go condemn una, dem no go criticize una, dem no go challenge anything wey una dey say. When somebody challenge certain things wey you dey bring up, the person no dey take respect away from you. The person dey only tell you say, this opinion I no buy am, and na so we for do. Then provide alternatives, constructive criticism. Na that we for encourage in our society. Because if whistleblowers then dey and we suppress them, things then go to go on in our community where we not gonna know. For sake of this, I want to appeal to every stakeholder in Kono district, in Sierra Leone, particularly so I want to send this message to the Paramount chief them. What we do now on our fight for. I want for specifically say what executives of Kono organizations they do when I echo. Echo not come as enemy to Kono district, Echo not come as enemy to Sierra Leoneans. Echo they see things then and call them the way it day and bring them out for let we discuss them. When we close doors to then discussions then, then can bring misunderstanding, then can create acrimony and pandemonium in our societies then. So for sake of this, let we listen to this presentation where I get, where I they go through, and let we make sense out of them. My first slide now they talk say we for establish a unified community position. Inside there I get this. Develop a consolidated Kono mining position paper endorsed by civil society, youth groups, women's groups, landowners, and diaspora voices. If we create a consolidated Kono mining position paper, and then people they ask, so then groups they were don't call, then participate in that. it will create a very strong harmony between we authorities and the people that were in the rule. Avoid fragmented advocacy. Speak with one coordinated voice. Again, we get boku groups the way they fight for Kono, where they fight for Sierra Leone. If we put we efforts them together, we not get for all be one group, but we get brilliant ideas. If we bring them brilliant ideas them, now we social gatherings them and put them together, I believe say we will able to make a very big transformation inside Kono district. Also, we for conduct chiefdom level consultations before public pronouncements. When we paramount chiefdom, we SDO, we mayor, any other stakeholder want for bring public pronouncements we get for do with everybody in life, na Kono district or inside Sierra Leone, we need for conduct at chiefdom level, let we get them consultations and they and listen to people them. Like inside town hall meetings, under them court by reading, we listen to people then vent out within the monitor them respectfully and constructively to authorities, then we listen to them and magnify the ideas and pain and everything, then go feel very proud, then go feel belonged, and then go able to participate productively at the chiefdom and at the district. Let we also emphasize data-driven arguments, especially like revenue flows, environmental damage, land issue impact, or land use impact. When they give concession to people there, when they give land to foreigners them, especially them mining companies them, let we learn for involve with community them, parenting and they. Let we just not act on sentiment or impulses. Let we make sure say whatever actions that we they do, they not go bring a devastating feedback to we communities them. So I think that the key message we I go want send for this particular topic, number one, nine days. Unity, nine days strengthen legitimacy. So we go move on. The second point I want to talk about now, engage Paramount chiefs as strategic partners, not adversaries. We Paramount chief them now partners in development. In any group, any factor, sector, institution inside Sierra Leone, all over the chiefdoms and right across the country, Paramount chiefs them very important as strategic partners them make development. We not foresee them as adversaries. The paramount chief themselves not foresee them subject them as adversaries because each of we they complement the effort of the other. We need una the paramount chief them, una self need the people they una they work with. Because when we put them to resources them together, we go able to do a greater development now we chiefdom them and now we district them. So these are some of the points the way I get under here. Recognize the constitutional and cultural authority of paramount chiefs. Hold pre-dialogue consultations before public complaints. Wetin that they say actually, before we dey complain at the public and talk a lot of things that we no understand, let we try forget pre-dialogue consultations. Forget the facts, forget the correct information before we bring them out. Let we encourage chiefs to act as conveners of multi-stakeholder forums. So if the chief themselves involved in their respective forums, then they participate and provide their input, then guide the kind of conversations then for dispel the misconceptions then it will be a fantastic thing and Kono go develop accordingly. Also, if other chiefdoms then as Sierra Leone adopt the same method, any paramount chief wey dey outside Kono district, if you dey listen to me, this na a very good way for let you work with your people dem and your chiefdom. We for also promote transparency by requesting chiefs to publish summaries of agreements with mining companies. Chief dem, this na boku person ask about. This now they bring beaucoup confusion, especially inside Connaught district. Then agreements the way we design with mining companies, we need for um, involve with community members. We need for involve all social sectors them, youth, adults, students them, social, pressure groups them, social, and other civil society members them. And when we put all class of people together and consult with them, it get a very big impact. It go lessen una burden and it go improve una output. Also, we get for um, uh, do this as a strategy. We for shift from confrontation to constructive engagement with anybody. The chief them for shift from confrontation. We, the people themselves, for shift from confrontation. We not foresee each other as contemporaries the way they fight against each other. We foresee each other as people the way na we all na pieces of the puzzle. Without any one of we, the puzzle not complete. So we all very important in the development of we nation and in the development of a district. My third point taken to institutionalized multi-stakeholder dialogue platforms. If dem institutions dem wey get hands, wey dem get stake in the development of a chiefdom, of a district, of a country at large, let's say in Sierra Leone, we for do the following. We for advocate for the following. Quarterly Connaught Mining Accountability Forums. Let we form down there, wey dey make every 3 months. We get a forum for discussion. And inside there, we for include the following groups dem. Chiefdom authorities, civil society groups, youth and women representatives, mining companies, district council officials, and then inside the back, we for push for structured dialogue under the oversight of the Ministry of Mines and Mineral Resources and the National Minerals Agency, wey dem call NMA. So wetin na the goal of this particular advocacy wey we say we for get quarterly Connaught Mining Accountability Forum? Wetin na the goal of that? Regular communication prevents crisis-driven reactions. So all dem things dey wey can bring problem, wey dey bring misunderstanding, if we form this kind group wey say everybody, like I was saying at the beginning, every opinion matter. Everybody get something wey dey monitor am, wey at least whether na a high level pain or a low level pain or suppression, we for lis ten to everybody. So let we move on. Number 4, I dey talk say demand transparency in mining contracts. Inside there, I get this. Pressure groups should advocate for public disclosure of mining contracts, clear criteria for concession allocations, environmental impact assessment, transparency, and that group they call them EIA, and then publication of community development agreements. Encourage alignment with the extractive industries transparency initiative standards. And finally, and this could be the talking point. If diamonds come from Connaught or Connaught soil, Connaught must know the terms. Again, if na inside Connaught diamond dey comot, then the terms of agreements Connaught sef suppose for sabi. And when we say Connaught suppose for sabi, the people of Connaught get a stake in wetin the country dey decide for them, in wetin the chiefdom dey decide for them, and in wetin the district dey decide for them. So next we go to strengthen legal and policy literacy. Inside it we get this. Organize community workshops explaining the following: the Mines and Minerals Act, surface rent rights, environmental protection laws. Let we get a community workshop who say we dey educate with people them about them thing and this go really minimize misconceptions, it go minimize any doubt, and then critical questions the way people dey always ask on social media, it go also eliminate them misconceptions dem dey. So we for equip we landowners to understand compensation frameworks. They need to understand how the compensation framework then they go about. Engage legal experts from universities and diaspora networks. And within the empowerment here, it go create informed negotiations. Let we go forward. Number 6, I get promote evidence-based advocacy. Inside there, we get this. Collect documented cases of the following: environmental degradation, unfulfilled corporate social responsibility promises, youth unemployment in mining communities, and develop a Kono mining impact report annually. That is very important. The impact report, they show the positive side, wetin mining don do for Kono, wetin we don benefit out of am. Also the negative side, wetin mining don do wey don adversely affect the people dem. Say for example, the hose dem wey dey crack, people dem wey dey die na mining pit, and salary controversies dem wey we don see over the past years, wey the mine workers dem get controversy with the Kwedu Limited. All dem thing dem dey. If we create dem forum dem dey, we go able discuss and minimize dem problems dem dey. So government listens more carefully to structured evidence than emotional appeals. Okay, let we go. And number 7, I get this. Strategic media engagement. Dem one wey dey na the media, bloggers, newspapers, television, radio, and any other form of way people dey disseminate the news. So we can use Kono News Network, we can use other media channels dem wey we go able carry out the following things dem: host balanced debates, invite mining companies to respond, give Paramount chiefs a platform to clarify positions, and we go avoid personal attack in any deliberations wey we get. We don see say over the past few days, people dem dey attack, especially members of executives of Kono organization. Some people don go very vulgar, dey use bad language against some of our members dem, parents dem. When you involve in that kind act, you dey attack people dem personally, you dey forget about the issue wey we for discuss and take people dem personality and split am na public. You sef wey dey say dem words dem, you dey affect, you dey kill your credibility. E dey tell on which kind person you be, whether you na person wey credible, people dem for trust you, or dem no for trust you. So for let we address issues, let we not attack people dem directly, let we attack issues. Some people go say yes, una don dey call some chief dem names and other things like that. If you get for do with something wey na a national issue, or a provincial issue, or a district issue, maybe people dem go call you name just related to that particular problem, and dem go demand some answers to some questions there wey you that person dey wey dem dey mention. You sef you provide the answers, because if people dey ask questions, answer not comot, e dey create doubt, cloud over some of them activities the way we dey take place pa. So also credibility, and na dey build influence. Let we understand say we for build with credibilities dem. We for avoid personal attack, as I say. Let we focus on policy discrepancies. The policy review wey we all dey fight for, lots and lots of discrepancies dem dey. And as I been saying in the beginning, we get them colonial policies dem, we still been dey benefit the colonial masters. When we country don get independence, e don get a republic, we need for move away from them colonial policies dem. Like wey dem dey say, wetin dey underground not to you get am. How you go get fall not to you get the egg? how a district go dey, mineral resources dem dey, and not to dem get the mineral resources. In other parts of the world, for example, like we say some of we dey inside Canada, let's say in the western part of Canada, we say oil dey comot, gold dey comot, other things dem dey comot. The province where dem thing dem dey comot, na dem get am. And na the same British colony. Na British dem colonize Canada, na British dem colonize Sierra Leone. Why dem bin make different laws dem? Inside Sierra Leone, dem say wetin dey under the ground, na government get am. Inside Canada, wetin dey under the ground, na the people dem get am. So dis na some discrepancies dem, policy discrepancies dem, wey we country, we authorities dem suppose for sit down, dem review dem thing dem dey, and give the Kono people dem wetin dem deserve. Okay, next I go talk about advocate for local content and value addition. And we for push for the following things dem. Local hiring quotas. When company come inside Kono district, any company, whether na mining company, not a mining company, dem for hire high percentage of the residents dem na Kono. Residents dem not to just the Kono tribe, you were born and bred na Kono, you sef get the right for let you get that opportunity there. Skills transfer programs, we for push for them thing and dey. Diamond cutting and polishing facilities within Kono district, we for push for them thing and dey. Infrastructure investment tied to production levels, we for tie the infrastructural development dem, hospital, water, drinking water for people dem, electricity. Let we tell the mining companies dem how una dey get profit, na so una for provide the amenities and dey for we. We authorities dem not afraid for ask for them thing and dey. Now we right for let we get am. Okay, so mining should not just extract, it should transform the place. So let us not just focus on extraction, and we'll not see any transformation, positive transformation, will they take place in the country, inside the district, and inside with chiefdom there. Okay, let's go forward. I say encourage participatory policy review. And all what here at the talk is centered on this policy review. Let we change some of them colonial law the way we don't it don't become so entrenched in we, like it don't become part of with DNA, with genetic makeup. We supposed for change them things and they are not infallible, then subject to review. And when we talk about review, this review not to for make any one particular person benefit, now for let the entire Kono community benefit. Because since the inception of diamonds, we'll not get any benefit out of that. So how long again we'll get for wait? How much longer we'll get for wait? Diamonds, let we know, are not forever. Mineral resources are not forever. If we not see how we don't dig, we not they rehabilitate then land and they people then they still go and look for virgin areas then for mine diamond, which means lots of land don't become barren, not get diamond again. We're not able to make agriculture in them places then there because they're not able lock the hole them again. Where rain season come, but people they left inside water, inside them pits then they. Okay, so under this particular participatory policy review, now the following things we will pay attention to. We will call for formal Kono stakeholder representation in national mining policy revisions. Also, community consultation before new large-scale contracts are approved. Also, we forget a district-level advisory council on mining governance. And finally, the core principle behind the one there, nothing about Kono without Kono. You cannot discuss Kono without Kono being part of the discussion. You cannot plan for Kono without Kono being part of the planning process. You cannot tell Kono this is what it should do without Kono participating in what Kono should do. So this is not the message where this particular point they talk about. Next, we will go to build strategic alliance beyond Kono. This time, we will collaborate with civil society organizations in other parts of Sierra Leone, like majority within Freetown. engage members of parliament representing Kono district, connect with international governance and accountability bodies. Also, constructive pressure works best when it is broad-based and lawful. When we want to do constructive work, when pressure groups they want to do constructive work, sometimes or most of the time it good for involve international organizations and self because then self go help for fight the case against injustice against a group of people or individuals. So this na the key framing broadcast wey I get for this particular information wey I dey bring to una. Instead of government is ignoring Kono, we for say now, how do we build a structured pathway for the government to systematically integrate Kono voices into national mining decisions? I go go over that again. Instead of we begin to complain all the time for say government dey ignore Kono, na this we for say, how do we build a structured pathway? We self, how we go participate for build a structured pathway for the government to systematically integrate Kono voices into national mining decisions. This let go to all stakeholders na Kono district, not just the Paramount chiefs. Every stakeholder. Let we answer this question. How do we build a structured pathway together collaboratively for the government to systematically integrate Kono voices into national mining decisions? And next, instead of confrontation, let we emphasize on co-creation, create decisions then together. Let we also emphasize on transparency. Let we also emphasize on mutual respect. And let we also emphasize on long-term district development. As we go, we come towards the end of the broadcast. In my closing statement, I will say the following. Kono has historically been central to Sierra Leone's diamond economy. The question is no longer whether Kono contributes to the nation, but whether governance structure fully reflects that contribution. Productive negotiation requires the following: unity, respect for traditional authorities, policy literacy. Policy literacy la rub mouth on that small. How will they educate the masses, the people them, the communities them about the policies they will write for with mining companies and for other things them, concessions and how they give them. Them policies them will get for make with people that learn more about them policies them. Data backed advocacy. Anything we will talk, we need evidence, and that evidence and they come from the data we don't collect. So institutional dialogue mechanism very, very important. Finally, I want for left una with this. Me fumble them, Sierra Leoneans and Kono people them. Let we understand say only collaboration now they bring development. Now only collaboration they bring understanding. Now only collaboration they create mutual respect between each other. And with this, I will left una with this final word and let una continue for share the message. Una also contribute by commenting the things that I don't say now. Na my personal opinion. I do a few research and I bring on to una. If you hear anything where you not agree with, send me message in the comment. If you agree with them, like this message, thumbs up, click the bell so that where anytime I come on, you go get the notification. And I encourage una all Sierra Leoneans and friends of Sierra Leone una subscribe to this channel. Once more, thank you to the Paramount Chief them. Thank you to the authorities. Thank you to every other person where they bring peace in Sierra Leone, where they bring accountability, where they advocate for accountability, where they advocate for good things and for Canada with country. Wanna thank you for that. I will left one again with this music And una not forget, everybody wey dey listen to me, una also be part of the discussion. This music they go to all we Paramount chieftain, to all lovers of peace, development and justice. Una wey dey fight against historical injustice. This music they go for una. To any other person, whether na kono you dey, not to kono you dey, but you na person wey lack peace and accountability, this music dey for you. And particularly, I want for dedicate am to a Paramount chieftain, make them understand say wetin executives of kono organization dey fight for, na peace e dey fight for, na development e dey fight for, not to confrontation. And you wey dey listen to me, understand say if you want for advocate, not attack personalities, na for discuss issues. If people dey say something wey you no agree with, meet them, una dialogue, una put una ideas dem together and see how una go collaborate and co-create solutions. No problem no dey wey no get solution. If the problem no get solution, then it's not a problem. So again, I want to tell una thank you. Me na David Bongo, the canto una from Kono News Network. Una enjoy this music, but again, una promote peace. If you don't agree with somebody, not cause them, not cause them parents them, not attack them personally. Let we discuss issues. The only way we Sierra Leone go before, now where we put the problems on the table, we discuss the issues, we find the problems to them, the solutions to them problems and they. If we focus on people, would they become distracted from the solutions? If we discuss and gossip people, would they move away from the solutions? So what thing I want for send to every Sierra Leonean tonight, let we hold each other tight. Let we entrench love and unity. Let we make sure say we message what we send out na a positive message. If na criticism what they do, let it be a constructive criticism. Otherwise, we will miss the point. I want to apologize to my listeners them while I've been there on. Telephone calls them they come in. And this now so the broadcast can go. And I use the phone for other purpose them inside. I did the music they play from right now. So my colleagues themselves where they message me and call me. If you call me, you not get me or put them off. If I not say then I'm busy. But anyway, I not blame anybody. I not say when I all want for get in touch with me. People that you want ask questions. We're not a call in broadcast, so I not can take calls. I want to tell you now, thank you. This music I dedicate to all people there. Me na David Bongo, at the canto from Kono News Network. Again, my final message: love and unity. Then they bring development. Any side where love no dey, unity no dey, development no go candy. Any side with too much confrontation dey, people dey fight themselves and no go fine. And sadly enough, this message where they pass on, we just understand say fight been in one particular family where one pikin or one bobo kill a brother. To that family day, I want send my condolences. I want for say let the soul of the person wey dem don kill make e rest in peace. And the ones if we commit that act, make the law take in course, make the law fall on am. Any other person wey dey fall into dem kind actions dem, make the law take in course. To everybody wey don die in the hands of violence, we understand say one other boy kill im girlfriend. I want for send my condolences to the parents of this girl wey im boyfriend kill am. Let im soul rest in peace. And to we family members dem, to other people dem wey we no even mention na ya, anybody wey don lost somebody, make that person dey im soul rest in peace. Inside problem dey, let God bring solution to them problems dem. We dey inside Lenten season, we dey inside fast month, and we believe say dem two seasons here so wey belong to Muslim and Christian, God bring am together. There has to be a reason for that. Let we make good use of that. Thank you everybody for listening to me. This na David Gongbo. On a good night.